What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show 17. And today we're going to be going back into ranked seasons, trying to get up to the next tier, the regular season tier, and get out of the spring training tier. We're currently at 139 points, and a win could potentially get us up to that regular season level. So let's get into this game. So getting into this first game, we are going to be taking on BJ Bizzle and the Toledo Bullet Club. Our lineup, I think, is exactly the same as it was before, except for we bought a Jose Ramirez card because I was not happy with the performance of Rougned Odor. He was hitting, I think, like 111 and a pretty considerable number at bats. I think he was like 2 for 18. But we're going to be taking on the Toledo Bullet Club, like I said before. And he has some pretty good players. He also has a Kyle Seager card. He's got Yadier Molina, which seems to be a popular card. He has an 83 overall card that was his own made card. JD Martinez, D. Gordon, pretty good players. D. Gordon was getting an overall boost in that day. And he has the rookie card Michael Fulmer, which I pitched with a couple times in offline CU, and I like quite a bit. And we are 2-0 this season. We took a loss because of a bad connection, and this guy is 2-3 on the season. So here we go. Mike Minor is on the mound. And another thing that I want to mention is Mike Minor is going to be pitching both games today because he was the #1 slot in the rotation, and I don't know if it really means very much, but I did change that going forward, so now Justin Verlander is going to be the top guy going forward, and we balanced it out the way I would actually prefer our starters to be. So he steals second right here after D. Gordon got on. And that's actually going to bring up JD Martinez, who is going to take Mike Minor yard right there. And I like this Mike Minor card quite a bit, but that has been a big problem that I've noticed with him, is that he does not have a very good home runs per 9. He was the only pitcher really in our lineup that doesn't have, or in our rotation, that doesn't have a very good hits per 9, or home runs per 9, excuse me. Usually I built the team around that, but now it's going to be Kyle Seager, and he's going the other way with this one. I was playing in Yankee Stadium this game, and I don't think that's a mistake I'm going to be making again. I do not like really those short porches because it turned that from a fly ball would have easily been caught into a home run because it's only 318 feet out there. But Wilson Ramos is going to come back with his own, so I guess it paid off a little bit in the end. And now we're only going to be down 2 runs, but offense has just been a problem all game, as it's now the bottom of the 7th, and it's still just a 3-1 game. 2 outs, full count, going to Jose Ramirez, and he is going to lash that one up the middle for a single. So extending the inning a little bit right here. We'll see if the bottom half of the lineup can get anything going. Now it's going to be Melky with a 2-0 count, and he is going to lash that one up the middle. So 2 hits up the middle, and now Transylvania is going to have 2 base runners with 2 outs, and Wilson Ramos once again coming up to bat. This time this ball is outside. He is going to take that for a walk, and so the bases are now loaded, and we're going to bring in Victor Martinez off the bench. He has a 1-2 count, but he is just going to be flying this one out, and that is going to end this inning. And so the Hipsters will still be down 3-1 now going into the top of the 8th. Got Edwin Diaz on pitching, and this is going to be D. Gordon once again, as Diaz wanted to get that one out of the zone but actually ended up clipping the bottom, and D. Gordon ended up seeing it, and he is going to go out into center field with that one. And that is going to bring up the next batter, Lorenzo Cain, but D. Gordon is going to steal before he can do anything. And now I want you guys to watch this play. Lorenzo Cain here, going to fly out. A.J. Pollock, a little bit rough of a play, but he's going to manage to run it down. And we're going to go to the cutoff man to try and get D. Gordon at home. But watch this. A.J. Pollock throws it, and for some reason the cutoff man was all the way out in center field. So the third baseman has to come up and get it, and D. Gordon's going to end up scoring because of that. So now it's a 4-1 game, and it's going to be a 5-1 game now as Albert Pujols takes that one out. And just not a game where we had any luck. We could not get anything going, and just home runs killed us. It was kind of a really unfortunate coincidence that we picked Yankee Stadium this game, and that's not going to be a mistake that I'm making in the future. Just wanted to try out a few different stadiums, see what one I kind of like the most, and this one is definitely on the not list. Jose Ramirez is going to fly out to end this one, but it's not the end. This is just the first game. We're going to be showing 2 because that first game was so terrible that I just had to play another one after that, see if we could get out of this spring training tier in this episode. And so we're going to be locking in our lineup once again, and we are going to be taking on Cranston 92 and the Toronto Blue Jays, who are a pretty solid lineup, a lot of silver players, and Anthony Rizzo, who's technically like a diamond with his dynamic rating increase. And we're going to have Mike Minor on the mound once again going up against Michael Pineda. And they also, a thing working in our advantage is that there are 2 bronze players in the lineup, and they really only have like 1 really good hitter, which is Anthony Rizzo. So anyway, it is going to be Freddie Freeman now, top of the 2nd, or actually bottom of the 2nd, because we are at home and we're in Beantown today in Fenway Park, a park that I really wanted to try out. I've liked it in past games. Freddie Freeman is going to get a double, though, in that Green Monster area. And it's weird to see a left-handed hitter getting a hit near that Green Monster. It's usually one that favors right-handed hitters. Now Trevor Story going to lash one out into left, and that is going to put runners on the corners now for the Hipsters. We'll see if they can capitalize. And the answer is going to be no, because Kyle Seager hits this one high, and that is going to be easily caught out in left field. I believe that is Dante Bichette playing out there. And that is going to do it for that inning. We shut down Toronto again in the top of the second. I said it was the top of the second earlier. It was actually the bottom of the first, excuse me. Or I said it was the bottom of the second. It was actually the bottom of the first. Jose Ramirez is going to be taking this one up the right side. This is going to be a single. And now is going to bring up Melky Cabrera once again. And he is going to take that one up the middle. So runners on first and second again. And that combo of switch hitters is really getting production. They've gotten hits one after another twice in this episode now. And now Wilson Ramos going to take that one. Wild pitch happens way too much. I really wish they would fix that. It's a real problem. It seems like there's like 3 or 4 wild pitches a game. And now Mike Minor's up to bat. So he has a 3-2 count after this ball high. I want you guys to watch how dumb this at bat was. Michael Pineda pitching to Mike Minor. That should have been a walk. He should have walked in the pitcher with the bases loaded. That was a really sad at bat. But it was called a strike. And we'll see if it comes back to bite the Hipsters. The answer to that is no. Adam Eaton going to go the other way with this off the monster. And that is going to be caught. It is going to score 2. I was going to go home with the last runner, but he only has 27 speed. I believe it's Wilson Ramos. I was not going to test him because I thought he had stopped. He was like falling asleep, but wasn't gonna risk the base runner and the out. It would have ended the inning. And it works out because Freddie Freeman is going to get the other 2 home. No worries about Adam Eaton. And he is going to be in. And Freddie Freeman's actually going to get to second. I wasn't going for a double right there, but I've been using the bumpers instead of the manual controls for base runners, so it just sent him to second. That's going to end the inning, though, with a ground out. And now in the bottom of the third, Transylvania up 4-0, and this is going to be Jose Ramirez once again, and this time he's going the other way with it. A lot of going the other way today for the Hipsters lineup. And that is going to be a double for Jose Ramirez. A pretty good speed. That's one thing I like about him over Rougned Odor is he has better speed. And he's going to get over to third now as it's another wild pitch past ball. I don't actually know which one. That one might have been past ball. But again, they happen way too much in this game. In this game mode specifically. It's kind of really annoying. And now Melky Cabrera is going to get hit up high in the back. And that's actually going to remove Michael Pineda from the game. He had been warned about hitting batters earlier in the game. And Wilson Ramos is going to end this one. It's 7-0, and our opponent is going to quit. So we're going to get up to regular season ranking. It's going to be up to 206. I didn't show it here, but that is where we are going to be. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show 16. We'll be back with some more ranked seasons very, very soon.